My name is Ashley Kavanaugh Russo. I live at 10 Highland Ave and I'm the mother of 3 elementary age students. What you are doing to our children is devastating, detrimental to their health, and morally irreprehensible. This goes beyond the health and safety of our children. It's taking away their humanity. It's the critical race theory that you're teaching in the school. It's the sexualizing of our children with the 3 R's sexual education curriculum starting in kindergarten. It's allowing teachers to share their political opinions and ideologies with our children. It's you trying to dumb down our children with Common Core but fill their heads with things beyond their comprehension. School is a place for education. That's it. Personal opinions, feelings, genders, sexual orientation, political beliefs do not belong in the classroom. I just wanted to point out a couple of things that you seem to be missing from your discussions on masks. Mainly human decency, evidence, science, and facts. So here are the facts. As of September 8th, 2021, the HHS database hub lists 101 hospitals reporting in Massachusetts, 17,323 inpatient beds available, only 528 have COVID. Out of the 1,320, only 165 have COVID. There are a total of 4 pediatric COVID cases reported in all of New England. On May 2021, the CDC published a large-scale study which analyzed 90,000 elementary students in 169 Georgia schools. The CDC found that there was, quote, no statistically significant difference in schools that required students to wear masks compared to the schools that it was optional. There have been 3 NIH-funded studies that prove that masks do not stop the spread of respiratory viruses spread by aerosol particles. Kerry Mullis, the inventor of the PCR test used to test for COVID-19, has stated, and I quote, the PCR tests are falsely calibrated to inflate the numbers of COVID-19. These tests were not meant to be used as a diagnostic tool. I have numerous studies here with me tonight from around the world. These all list the detrimental side effects for children forced to wear masks. Increased viral and bacterial infections, hypoxia or lack of oxygen, increased CO2 retention, dizziness, headaches, nosebleeds, passing out, shortness of breath, anxiety, and brain damage to the younger children, just to name a few. COVID poses almost no risk to our children. The survival rate is 99.9% per CDC's own numbers. There has not been a single student-to-teacher transmission of COVID-19 in the entire world. That's a fact. DESE's legal authority only pertains to education requirements of students. I would like for you to explain to me where in Massachusetts General Law 69, Section 1B, does it say in that statute that DESE has the authority to mandate masks. DESE does not have the authority to go outside the scope of existing laws concerning contagious disease or vaccinations. We are no longer under a state of emergency. The executive branch no longer has the authority to impose such a burden on our children. DESE also does not have the right to mandate a medical device for our children, and a mask is a medical device. If you're going to act in this capacity, you are required to contain consent. The FDA states that for consent to be obtained, you must list the risks and benefits of mask wearing, and it cannot be obtained by coercion. Coercion is defined as no undue punishment or influence or reward. So I'm going to ask you this: are you willing to take on the liability of mandating a medical device for our children 7+ hours a day? If you deny the children of Millbury Public Schools a free and appropriate public education, or FAPE, because they choose not to wear a mask, this is considered a form of coercion. So from what I can tell, you don't meet the criteria of consent at all. Your focus should be on educating our students, considering you're not doing a good job at that. The Public School Review for 2021 lists Millbury Public School District as ranking average out of testing 3 out of 10. That's the bottom of the 50th percentile of all the schools in Massachusetts. So maybe you should be focusing on your actual job, which is educating our children, and leave the health and medical decisions to the parents and the doctors. In the school committee code of ethics, it states that you are to vote and act in the committee impartially and for the good of the students. So just out of curiosity, do you feel as though you have maintained two-way communication with the citizens of Millbury? Or how about your decision-making over the students' learning? Has it been in the hands of the local citizens as much as possible? Do you feel like you've made these decisions for the optimal learning environment of our students? And when making said decisions, that your primary responsibility has been to the students, because these are all part of your code of ethics, and it seems to me that you're following an agenda, that you have a narrative that you're trying to set forth. In the Common Law Handbook, it states that under liberty, the principle of liberty is consent in jurisdiction. In order to possess liberty, it is extremely important that you understand consent. Our servant government cannot do anything without our consent. Benjamin Franklin understood this when he said, "Only virtuous people are capable of freedom. As nations become corrupt and vicious, they have more of a need for masters." So here are my questions to you. Who are your masters? Where are you taking your orders for? Because we the people are the source of law. We ordained and established the Constitution for the United States of America. Common law is the real law and the supreme law of the land. The code, the rules, the regulations, and the policies and statutes are not law. I have many studies here from around the world, and you guys are more than welcome to look at them about how masks don't work. Unlike the study that you sent to me this week that says right in it that aerosol particles do not stop masks. Thank you for your time.